Driving with all peace and quiet to go and do works for Mr. Kenji Kasen. Not Suka, which is his sister. It apparently is some sort of headquarters of Yakuza, or more accurately said, a Japanese organized crime with several organizations, and probably just as sexist organization as Cosa Nostra is. I have never heard of criminal organizations being particularly, what's the word, egalitarian. But yeah.
My sister speaks highly of you, though I'm yet to be convinced that a gaijin can offer anything but disappointment. Perhaps you could help deal with a situation that has me at a disadvantage. Of course, failure has its own disgrace. A Yakuza Kanbu is in custody awaiting transfer for trial. He is a valued member of the family. Break him out of custody and get him to the dojo at Bedford Point.
And Claude even knows how to do a bow. Meaning he is not completely ignorant about diplomacy and manners and all that kind of stuff, what can be expected to deal with. But this is one of those first missions where you, or actually one of those missions where you actually have to use a bit of your own initiative or creativity in it in the first phase, which is to say get the police car. And of course you could just start immense causing crimes and all that kind of stuff, but if there's a police station with a parked police car, there's no problem about that. So now I have a police car, so let's go and get rid of it. We get with explosives, and no police has even been alerted this time, which is very good. But then again, knowing how stupid and incompetent police organization in Liberty City is, this is not a... They probably lose several police cars every day, so yeah, I did a bit. And the fucking cartel henchmen are just gun happy. Why they keep shooting? How do they even know that it's Claude who is driving it? Do they have some sort of face recognition software or something they can use? What? Well, 8-Ball has a franchise, and I have no mistake, no wondering why the pay and spray would be in a quite remote position, as in it does very illegitimate business. Oh fuck, that's actually quite a mouthful word. Lots of L's in it. I really don't remember any other similarly potent English words in difficult pronunciation. Although, of course, me being from Nordic countries means I do not speak even the fancy English, I speak the rally English. Although I've heard that my English accent is actually more of an English accent, but bomb is ready. And kaboom!
Terrorist attempt to take headquarters. All units respond immediately. 1765, take up report.
What the fuck is wrong with that idiot? Well, stealing a SWAT van to escape from exploded police station is, I wouldn't say it to be exactly the most subtle thing to do, but it's actually, But it's at least efficient way to go, as in this car is very difficult to be bumped or shoved or anything other than it's a very tough and strong vehicle, which is good. Of course, the most toughest and strongest vehicles of this game is tank, but that usually is behind a cheat code or the fact that you have to play through practically the whole game to get it. So that kind of evens it out. Yeah, coppers. I am not so impressed by your brains. Although I do am impressed by your speed of response to crisis or whatever incident there is to be happening. So yeah, what is lost in competence is gained in speed and in response. And the police are no longer interested of me. And that idiot just jumped right in front of the car. Of course, they probably wanna get the insurance money or whatever. Not the most smartest folks of the world. But then again, these are people of Liberty City, which is a city of complete idiots and maniacs, in which death toll is probably something like in dozens every day. But a crook has been released from prison. I didn't know what you were saying, besides you spoke quite fast. Yakuza Dojo Hope Zone. But they pay well with money. I don't even have much of use. Which is they did fix it quite very quickly in Vice City, that in that game money had per point cost you. And again, Grand Theft Auto.
It is impossible to overestimate the importance of etiquette in this line of work. To my eternal shame, a man once did me a favor, and I've never had the opportunity to repay his kindness. The man's weakness is motor cars, and he has requested that we acquire him certain models for his collection. Needless to say, we must give him the cars as a gift to repay the debt that I owe him. You must obtain the cars on this list and deliver them to a garage behind the car park in Newport. My honor demands it.
Well, at least he says it's his honor which demands tasks, not Claude's. Claude is ill-tempered, unpleasant and violent. Actually, I don't know about unpleasant, but he isn't the most pleasant dude of the world, or even the planet. And but he's competent in what he does. Tough, resourceful, and well, way more than capable of horrifying amount of violence when it is needed. Also, and sometimes even when it is not needed. Oh, there it is. And there's the ally. Actually, this was on the alley. It's here. Time to stop and loot this car. And this is one of those that kind of missions that you have to drive very carefully with this vehicle. That if you wreck it, you have to go. If you crash with it, you have to go and hit it to get to pay a spray and fix it, which costs money. But then again, money in this game is not a problem, as you can just gain it easily. Actually, I'd say too easily, as in you practically have never a problem about money in this game. As there is just possibly only Well, no, there might have been another task of in which you had to use money to get. And the fact that Pay and Spray is right next to this garage makes it even easier to just get the cars, drive around, drive them as crazily and bumpily as you want, and just Pay and Spray is right next to the place where you have to stash it, so no problem with that. To the car. Going again, and I hope that the Colombian cartel doesn't have any henchmen in there. Oh, but they do have henchmen around here. But I hope that. Yep, there's one more beautiful sports car. Cheetah. If I remember right, this vehicle, most of these vehicles which appear here, Cheetah, Banshee and all those kind of Infernus appear in GTA 5 and as subsequent to GTA Online as well, which is kind of the most of the updates, but what I've heard is it has so very bad etiquette, or so the people are behaving just so very badly that it's just completely ruthless environment to any new player, and not to mention the fact that people run all kinds of cheats there. In addition to that, so there's no, and the game itself has all kinds of nuclear orbital bombardment weaponry in your disposal, so it makes it a bit more makes it very uninviting game to start like that. But it's still wrong that I just better about the current generation of Grand Theft Auto and how it has in a sense worked, but also in a sense failed horribly. For as the single player of the Grand Theft Auto 5, not a bad game itself at all, but it had a. Well, I personally find the Grand Theft Auto 4 to be better, as in with better stories and more drama, and not as a fake drama, although Grand Theft Auto 5 has perhaps one of the craziest characters of the entire video game history in the name of Trevor Phillips, but yeah, nothing really to say about that. Grand Theft Auto 3, the more simplistic starting point for the series, and no problem about that. And 3 fancy cars delivered to Kenji. Or better say, delivered so that Kenji may deliver them forward to whoever dude he is about to gift those fancy cars. So I'm gonna go and drive back to him. While the alarms keep blaring about. And these alarms are not just cosmetics, they do have the real purpose that if there's a police car near, when you snatch a car like that, it gets you wanted. Of course, knowing that you're a very visible car thief. And it's getting this hazy in here. And knowing that the fact that they even made different weather patterns to this game is very well. If I remember right, this was one of the first PS2 era games, and they already did very impressive things in sense of world.
The fool turns his back while the wise man faces it down. The Colombian cartel have ignored repeated requests to leave our interests in liberty well alone. Now they are negotiating terms with the Jamaicans in order to humiliate us further. They are finalizing a deal across town. Take one of my men, steal a Yardley car, and go pay your respects to the Colombians. Our honor demands that you leave no one alive!
Oh, so it's now time to do a rampage. Oh, well, there's Stinger. Time to nick it just because. Oh, with big speed in Newport, and now I wonder what kind of cars were these yardy dudes driving. That wasn't it. Usually the gang cars are quite easy to spot, but let's try that. Oh, is this the yardy car? No, this ain't yardy car. Oh, and the fucker just yanked me out from the car. And... God damn it. Things gone quite confused, conflicted. By... well, everybody. Man is going around, he's attacked by a guy with a gun, by some gun-wielding maniac. He defends himself using a baseball bat, and police finds that self-defense is worse crime than attacking a complete stranger with a submachine gun. And I can't even find a bloody yardy car. I remember they looked quite much like these.
Trance music. And that's in the red light
But
district.
this wasn't it.
Jazz is your bag. There's an all-night jazz feast at Luigi's Bar, and that's also in the red light district.
Lips.
Where can I find one? Where can I find one? Where can I find one? It's getting annoying. Not just to me, but also to you potential viewers who have to watch me just drive around quite pointlessly trying to nick myself a certain kind of car, which might not even be so good at spawning. Is that a yardy car? I hope it fucking is. No, it ain't. But I still nicked it. Those big four-wheel cars, they are cartel cars. Yardy cars, where the fuck are they? If anywhere. Ah, damn it! And the rain also makes it slippery. What? Is this the one? Yes, finally. And this car has hydraulics. There were quite lots of that unnecessary driving around, but it should hopefully be forgotten. And if I remember right, this is the last mission for Kenji. Come on, you fucking slowpoke. Well, trying to speed up to the hospital meeting site, and I have guns and all kind of handy stuff. Security car. Oh, it's too wide, just a bit too wide to get to that. But crazy driving in Liberty City is
You drive, man.
Looks like I did cause enough destruction. Yeah. And yeah. Yardi Lobo. That's actually a quite fancy name. And oh, I look like the guy, the whatever dude who was meant to be a... Hey, he's dead. Oh, damn. Heartbroken. Some, well, I don't know. Bad things happen. To him, not me. I made it through without a scratch. Or maybe... Actually, most likely not a scratch at all. The fuckers just started shooting and I started shooting back at them. And they died real quickly. There's the parking lot. There it goes. Money delivered. I hope they get angry. But then again, they probably find out that there's a dead Yakuza gangster there. So it's probably not that great. But so there's still tasks for Kenji. And what is this?
To be truly strong, it is important that you never show weakness. The business is fortunate enough to have our protection. Settle their accounts today. Go and collect the money immediately, so we can enter it into the casino accounts.
Oh, the old-fashioned protection racket. Yep. But then again, it probably is quite, you could say, reliable source of income for a criminal organization. So I wouldn't find it anything unlikely that even that big criminal organization would still resort to using protection rackets. Money running in a bag. It's probably brown. It's always a briefcase full of money, but and it's usually so that whenever in movies or whatever, so you see that kind of amount of money handled as in briefcase full. What the fuck is he? And the copper tried to arrest me. He failed. Of course he did. But if he would have succeeded, that would have given a new kind of display to see that what happens if you get arrested. It's a real shame that that mechanic has been was removed from Grand Theft Auto 5 in that you only get shot by police if once you get active with them. Yep, Uncle BJ.
I can't pay you, and I wouldn't pay you if I could. Some young gang just jacked up the place. They took everything. You guys are useless. What kind of Yakuza are you anyway?
Well, you're lucky that it wasn't any of our boys, you know, because if it would have, your place would have been burned to the ground. But besides, they're working for us, you know, so you got no right to complain about anything. You're lucky to even be here, you know, motherfucker, or something like that. Being sounding stupid, obnoxious, and unpleasant. Oh shit, do I have to actually drive to the... Oh yes.
Alright, drop down!
And it looks bad. They're probably in the other part of the city. Oh, I was right, those crooks, those bastards are important side, which in my books feels just a bit of an artificial lengthening of the mission. But there they are, time to start. Time to get horrifyingly violent with hand grenades and all. Shotgun. Weapon capable of causing lots of damage to bastards. And there's the briefcase.
What's up, Hesse? Hey.
And just to be thorough, I'm gonna steal
Gonna pay for that.
one of your gang cars just to spite you assholes. So it's time to get right back to casino, and it's gonna take a while again. And once again, delivering money earned with illegitimate manners to a place which uses legitimate money earning matters to hide their origin. Just make that, hey, you made a bit more money traffic in your casino. Simple as that. At least in theory. And still must do work. But there's lots of missions for Kenji. SmackDown, that's WWE television series.
You. How fitting you should choose this moment to show your worthless face. It would appear your attempts to dissuade the Jamaicans from becoming bedfellows with the cartel were wholly inadequate. Yardie pushers line Liberty streets selling packets of spank like they were selling hot dogs. Those cartel pigs are laughing at us. At me. I will give you one last chance to prove my sister's faith in you to be well-founded. Run these scumbags into the ground and wash your shame in rivers of our enemies' blood!
Oh, he starts to get quite agitated about. So now it's time to start random killing. Actually, not at all random killing, for it was random killing. This guy would be just driving on the sidewalk, but this is very targeted killing, although the actual by profession that this guy does that job. His target for to be shot to his target to be ram down. What the fuck are you? But luckily the car, high-powered Japanese sports car, is more than capable of squishing those dealers quite thoroughly, and they're on foot. So that solves the matter quite efficiently. And also the fact that I can shoot them. Shooting, ramming them down, all goes. Squish! That's a very pleasant sound. Out of my way. Stop shooting with that thing, you know. Any more? God is off the streets, but I have to kill at least 8, which is very easily achieved. Like this. Dead. And there's even... Oh yeah, that he is also dead. 9 yard is dead, which is possibly quite much. Which is well above the... or better say, which is above the necessary number of 8. Now it's 10. So now it's time to actually start, instead of getting them killed, start in the get yourself not killed part. Yeah, I got used some police bribe to get some heat off my back. 1-star rating is much easier to handle than 2-star rating. And when it goes to 3, 4, and 5, and 6, that makes things go difficult, as in cops spawn like a real much more mindless violence by ramming people down over. Oops. Yeah. Number of corpses they remove from the streets is possibly quite large, and they're all dead. And it looks like that was the last mission for Mr. Kasen. Actually, it was. So it's actually, well, I'm still gonna go and do the inspection. That was it actually. I believe it was, but there's never... Yes, it was last. So time to save and continue next time. This demanded a bit of editing and all that fancy stuff.